What is going on, guys? It is your girl Janique with A, and I'm back with another reading for you guys. Y'all already know, if no one told you guys today, I freaking love you guys, and I know all your dreams and aspirations matter, because they do. So we gonna get some zodiac signs out here to see if anything resonates on a deeper level for you guys. Okay, let's get 2 more cards out here. Then we're going to tap in and we're going to clarify with the tarot. So we got Taurus, Scorpio, Pluto governs Scorpio. So Scorpio twice out here. And the 6th house, which is Virgo. All right, so Taurus is about cultivating. It's Empress energy. Okay, it's status. It's dealing with wealth. All right, it's dealing with fortune. Anybody that's a Taurus, y'all already know they love money. You hear me? It's Empress energy, feeling like you entitled. Okay, but also knowing how to steward. That's the real energy that a Taurus will bring you. You know, if you have any Tauruses around you, they're going to show you either what greed is like, or they're going to show you how to really manage your money and really get to the bag. Okay? The 6th house is sustainability. Like I said, Virgo energy. When we talking about Virgo, we talking about doing it yourself. We talking about finding the ins and outs yourself, learning yourself on how to manage, doing it yourself. All right? I'm being very observant. All right, taking inventory. Okay, the 6th house is also about work and health. Pluto energy is a rebirth. Okay, and Scorpio energy is that mysterious, investigative, observant energy. All right, so it's looking like somebody done been activated. All right, it's giving big Empress energy and being able to sustain it. All right, look at your chakras. This is Virgo energy, the 6th house, work and health. All right, it's looking like Spirit is highlighting somebody's rebirth right now. Okay, and it really has sustained and cultivated a lot of security. You know, Pluto, discipline. Okay, it might be a very small planet, but it comes with major discipline. All right, and also rewards. So it's looking like you've risen from the ashes like a phoenix. You know, the lowest stage to the Scorpio energy is the Scorpion. The next stage of enlightenment for a Scorpio or Scorpio energy is the eagle. And after the eagle, it's the phoenix. All right, so this is like full capacity is given. Okay, it's looking like y'all stepping into Empress energy, but not only Empress energy, y'all know how to sustain it. It's lasting. Okay, the lessons and the structure and the release from Pluto allowed you to learn how to sustain and cultivate. Okay, and grow. So that's what I have for you in astrology. Okay, and let's get into tarot. Spirit, what might everything need to know? What might not they see coming their way this week ahead? Ooh. The Knight of Swords. Somebody done moved too fast and done messed up their appearance. They done messed up their look. All right, I don't know if, you know, the Knight of Swords, it shows you the consequences of what happens when you move too fast. It shows, this deck shows you the consequences of what happens when you are trusting in somebody that really don't have all of the knowledge. All right, this could either be and acknowledging, a hairstylist or somebody that is telling you that they are good at something and that they can change the outcome on your physical appearance, and in this case, or just anything, that they know they are a master at what they do. And you really did not experience them. You didn't really go to them. You just moving off of impulse. You rushing, you need something done, or you feel like you gotta get it done. So you just go to anybody instead of doing your research, instead of acquiring more information before you trust this person with such a major part of your situation. And then you will go ahead and make that impulsive decision because you feel like you got all the information. All right, and then boom, the consequences is not being happy with the outcome. Also, possibly not even being able to change the results. So this is not good. All right, this is not good. This has created an even worse outcome. Like, I don't know, somebody even with their decision, they even appear as if their judgment is kind of off. All right, somebody is wishing that they would have never made a decision, basically. All right, that they would have never made an impulsive decision. Okay, somebody may have done something to their hair. Somebody may have thought changing their physical appearance would help them feel better inside. And they are now seeing that the drastic decision that they've made to their appearance does not make them feel better inside, and it actually made them look worse than they looked before. Okay, Spirit, give me more on this energy and what my everythings need to know. Please and thank you. Poor dog. Even a dog is like, what are you doing? Why are you letting this person do this to your hair? Or why are you doing this to this client? You know you don't know how to do hair. You know you don't know how to provide this type of service. All right, I might just play. Oh my gosh. The Five of Cups, they grieving. All right, somebody grieving right now. Okay, the Five of Cups, I don't know if somebody lost somebody physically. My condolences. All right, and that process of grieving, you start doing things out of the norm. You start, I don't know, and then if this was a relationship, this is cups and swords. A lot of feelings involved. A lot of decisions being made off of emotions that is trying to be processed. All right, so the Five of Cups is normally disappointments from an ending that has occurred. Grieving, feeling like you dropped the ball, feeling like you can't get something back, feeling like something is completely over and you're disappointed. All right, and remember Scorpio energy that came out? All right, the art of Scorpio energy and Pluto energy is understanding you don't have no control over death. You don't have no control over change. You got to adapt. And sometimes you can be the reason why there's an ending. All right, so it's looking like somebody is just spiraling out of control when it comes to grieving. Let's get another card out here. Spirit, give me more on this energy. Wow, the Knight of Coins. Wow, to the Ace of Pentacles. y'all, somebody is building somewhere else. The Ace of Pentacles, somebody could work in construction. This could be, all right, so for a lot of you guys, there's multiple messages coming out for somebody. All right, for those of you guys that are good with construction, or those of you guys that are good with your hands, my masculines out there, those of you guys that specifically deal with your hands, building, tools, appliances, stuff like that, I see you getting a job. Wow. And this may be the biggest job or contract that have gotten in your whole life. I see you, for some of you guys, I see you getting a position or contracted to build a house or work on a house that is being put up for sale. All right. And this comes with a lot of money. Construction workers and people that have contracts with homes, those people get paid. Congratulations on this offer coming in, all right, for you to use your skills, because it's looking like you skilled at it. It's looking like you skilled at building, okay? It's looking like you going from, washing cars or just having to do stuff for money that you don't really want to do, but you trying to make ends meet. The Knight of Coins is like, figuring out what responsibility is, doing things you got to sacrifice for a little while. But in some time, you got to start going after your dreams. This is like a trade. Okay, so I see somebody going from washing cars and just making ends meet and really, really sacrificing their values and stuff to really get in a position to really follow out what they're good at and making top dollar. All right, congratulations. And for others of you guys, there is a separation. All right, there is an ending of a relationship that somebody is finding it hard to deal with. All right. Not only is there an ending a relationship that somebody is grieving and very disappointed about, but the person that they was in a relationship with is literally building and has a new life somewhere else. They're able to work on the house. I see people moving in together. I see you having a masculine that is really good with building and is really gonna have a major influence on how the house stays strong and a strong foundation. All right. And this is somebody having an opportunity, a solid opportunity to move on in a new home with a new family and start on a fresh foundation. So there's a lot of memories that could be made there. There's rules that is new rules, new traditions. There's just a clean slate. All right. And knowing this, right? The Knight of Swords, knowing that somebody is moving on. They have the money to do it. It's looking like their pockets is looking right with whatever job offer in construction or building. All right, even opening up their own company, their pockets is right. The Ace of Pentacles is bringing you to the 10. All right, so this is a hard pill to swallow, because not only did somebody move on, they actually building a life. They actually is building a home. They got a home. They got something solid to start with, to build on, okay? And it's causing somebody to do drastic things to their appearance, thinking that will help or soothe how they feel on the inside. And that's not going to work. They just need to grieve. They need to grieve properly. And it's many different ways to grieve a death. All right, a death of a friendship, that's still a death. A death of a romantic relationship, a death of a family relationship. Those are things that you can't get over easy. It's a strong relationship. So somebody is finding it very hard that somebody not only moved on, but is successful. They went from being somebody that was just washing cars or doing things for others, all right, just to make ends meet, okay? Having to sacrifice their morals. That's confirmation. Somebody was having to sacrifice their morality, their morals, and their character just to make ends meet as the Knight of Coins, and now they don't. Somebody feel like, oh, with me, you was out here washing cars, and now you out here building cars, you out here buying cars, you out here purchasing homes, you out here working on properties, you out here really working and applying your skills. And sometimes that mirrors how you played a role in a relationship. It doesn't excuse what happened in a relationship. I don't know what happens in your relationship, but when somebody chooses to end something for good in a relationship because they're not happy, when somebody also chooses to no longer do something for money, Knight of Coins, that completely goes against their morals and values and character, and choose to work on their talents, choose to be with somebody that has a strong foundation that they could build on and sustain, all right, or you build on it with them. The Ace of Pentacles is a seed, all right, that's literally been printed. It says sold. It says sold. Eight of Wands. This is news coming in. This is a message. The Eight of Wands is good news coming in fast. So this is a major opportunity, and this is how somebody is grieving. They are doing drastic things to their appearance after finding out some information, thinking like that is going to make them feel more better. You know how sometimes when somebody find out somebody is moving on and they are really, really happy, and they are not only happy, they getting new jobs. Sometimes you want to go out and cheat. Sometimes you just want to fill that void because you don't want to look stupid, or your ego is crushing you. That's not the right thing to do. That's the enemy having control over you in a vulnerable time. Okay? So that's what I see somebody doing. Somebody trying to act like they not hurt. Somebody trying to act like they not grieving. Somebody trying to act like they not disappointed. And the separation. Somebody is trying to act like they don't see the growth. They don't see the opportunities. And they're doing that trying to mask their appearance. They're trying to work on their outside. They're trying to do things, put makeup on, or this could be like somebody that don't even wear makeup. Now they're wearing makeup because they know that the other party that somebody with is wearing makeup, or, just things like that, where they're trying to compete now, and it's completely altering who they are even more. And this is just, I don't know what could have happened. I'm going to find that out. Spirit, what happened to be in this Five of Cups energy, having to accept the loss, having to move on because it's in the ground, it's beneath somebody right now, is what I just heard. It's beneath somebody. It's been put to rest. Making the Seven of Cups is literally making permanent decision based off of temporary emotions. The Seven of Cups is everything glitter not gold. You choosing wrong. You making the wrong judgment calls because you not knowing how to use discernment over what's your real emotions, or what's true and what's not. When it's time to go and what's not. All right? What's real and what's not. Living in la la land, not being able to know the balance. All right, the Seven of Cups is like you getting a tattoo because you all in love, and then a couple of months later or something, you don't like that person no more. Y'all break up, and now you got a whole tattoo for the rest of your life. That's the type of energy from the Seven of Cups. Making very permanent decisions based off of temporary emotions. Okay, so this was the cause of endings. All right, making drastic, and even with the Knight of Swords, trusting people, trusting information. All right, not questioning certain information. All right, and the result of this ending, All right, literally, that's literally beneath somebody, because when you are in the Ace of Pentacles, having a chance at your dream job or doing something that you've always dreamed of doing, all right, and you just close on a house, this is beneath somebody. Maybe this is letting y'all know that somebody might be trying to make an impulsive decision. I don't know. But the Seven of Cups is the result of they even disappointed over their actions. All right. So that's with the Seven of Cups. Also, dang, the Nine of Wands being battered. Somebody was battered. Somebody was getting beat up. Somebody was physically being harmed. Somebody was also feeling embarrassed by others. People were laughing at them. People were making fun of them. This was not a way to live. This is a complete difference from being laughed at, from being looked at as somebody that is not strong and having to fight, to not having to do that no more. But it all starts with putting things like that type of behavior is beneath you. All right? Somebody did not get this opportunity, this solid opportunity, by making permanent decisions based off of temporary emotions. No. Okay? This is somebody that got tired of this energy of being bullied, of being beat up and broken and emasculated, or if you were a woman and being done like this, I chose not to. All right, so anything else on what resulted in the Five of Cups, aside from allowing people to fill them with uncertainty, or, making permanent decisions based off of temporary emotions done affected their relationship in a major way? All right, somebody feels like they can't be trusted with money. Somebody feels like they don't make the right judgments when it comes to responsibilities. They feel like they're very possessive and controlling and wanting things to stay forever, ever. Having a hard time of detaching. All right. When you get a tattoo, sometimes when you get a tattoo, people think you can't get a cover up. People think just because you got it tatted, that saying, get it tatted so you know it's real. Honey, I got my baby father tatted. And guess what he had? I'm not with him no more. It's all love, but I do not have to stay with somebody just because I got them tatted. All right? Because I know that. So this is somebody with that energy like, oh, I got you tatted, or you got me tatted, you got to stay. So let's spirit anything else on this Five of Cups aside from the Seven of Cups. It's a whole lot of also disappointments for their choices. Like the grieving card, this Five of Cups is acknowledging like, dang, I can't get it back. And I can't get it back because of my choices. Or I can't get it back because I was holding on so tight. Like, imagine you having a dog as a pet and you love it so much that you don't want it to go outside, that you're scared that every little thing is going to kill it. The dog going to run away. At the first chance it get to get off the leash and explore, is going to run away because it's happy. It could be a dog. All right, the same with us. Like, if I like to do something and I'm being restricted somehow by friends, family, or even a job or environment, I'm going to do everything in my way to like release myself from that and do what I like to do. So, wow. And then a Temperance. So another reason why it's beneath them, because they keep getting people involved. All right, they keep adding third-party energy involved to balance out an argument. They keep getting other people involved to try to bring them back together and temper the situation. So that is another reason. All right, this is a new job. All right, the Emperor also is taking offers. All right, they are hiring. Okay, he's been hired, or you've been hired. You could work in construction. Okay, as a woman. Spirit, give me more on this Knight of Coins. So that is a little bit. It probably is more. I don't know. But this is just from the cards of why. All right. They kept bringing people involved. All right. Trying to mediate when they didn't want to mediate. Okay. And making very unconscious decisions based off of temporary emotions. Trying to keep somebody forever. Oh, wow. I told you. Irresponsible. The Two of Swords is literally disregarding your bills, disregarding the shit piling up, disregarding what's going on around you that you're supposed to have control over. You know them. The man, the masculine energy, they are good at building, right? They are good at providing. So they could buy us the home. They could build us the home. But it's for us to keep the inside maintained. Like to feel it. They bought us the home, right? We make it a home. They buy us the groceries, we make it a meal. All right. So if this man is doing this or has the potential to do that, and with you, nothing is being done, or they're working and they're building, but nothing is being sustained, like the astrology said, because you're disregarding your part. You're disregarding your responsibilities. All right, flies all over the place. Mess is everywhere. All right, emotions everywhere. Choices not being made. You got the final notice. That was that final notice before a relationship. Somebody walked away. You can't build like this. This is somebody that is building on a solid foundation. They worrying about their generation. They worrying about passing their house down to their kids or grandkids. They worrying about building multiple properties, all right, as a builder, okay? So y'all can have vacation homes. This is a skill. And you sitting here talking about you don't want to pay a bill, that all of these final notices are coming up. We can't sustain a house like that. We can't sustain a family like that, all right? Nothing. You're not putting nothing to the table. You're not bringing nothing to the table but mess. So that kind of was like the reason why they had to go against their morals and go against their character just to put food on the table, because the other party was coming with a whole lot of mess and disaster. And they was letting the bills pile up. They didn't have no control or structure on their half. Or they ended the bargain when it comes to building and keeping a home solid. 10 of Pentacles. So if y'all was wondering why somebody was washing cars, or why somebody seemed like they was doing things that was beneath them, because they was messing with somebody that was beneath them. All right. And if they weren't out there washing cars, and if they weren't out there doing stuff that they didn't really want to do, all right, nothing will be done. So that clarified why somebody questioned what they was really doing it and why they was doing it for. It bothered them. Okay, look, the Fool card. This man or this woman, I don't know which way y'all go, y'all got another chance. The Fool card to the Ace of Pentacles to the Eight of Wands. Somebody got a chance to own a construction company or build homes and invest into properties, y'all. All right, literally, they are going to be a handsy man if this is your man. All right, and for others of you guys, this is just a message saying somebody got a brand new beginning and building a fresh new home on a fresh new foundation elsewhere, for real. And this is the good news that's coming in. Like, they got a whole fresh foundation that they could build on and that they could add to. This is very good. This is going to take you out to the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. The 5 of Pentacles. Somebody also had a gambling problem. All right. Somebody was also just very irresponsible. All right. You can't build. They can't be in the Fool energy, Ace of Pentacles, with somebody going to get tattoos, all right, spending money on gambling, going to get their hair done, and still in the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is a loss. It's greed. It's an addiction to wanting more, all right, and having all these people outside. Even the emperor, that's the emperor. So you see that card? That was the emperor that was ready to shake their hand, and they a boss now. Let me show y'all. And the Ten of Cups. For a lot of you guys, this is so much coming out on why this person, because from the looks of it, you will look like a grieving widow. Or this is a grieving widow. No, Spirit is saying, let me show y'all what's going on. The cards are telling. Where's he at? Hold on, y'all. So this is that emperor now. All right, ready to hire. It's looking like he owns a construction company. It's looking like he can hire now, or he's working with somebody that's putting him in a position to really be a lead and really own his own company. But back to this lady. All right, she gambles. All right, and this is the same emperor. So when she had money, all right, and this is supposed to be family. All right, this man is building a family, a solid foundation elsewhere. I'm telling you, all right, you got the Ten of Cups, you got the Eight of Wands, you got the Fool card, and the Ace of Pentacles, baby. All right, that man gonna build he gonna build you a house, or he's gonna have a major influence on how your house is about to look real beautiful. I see the paint. All right, this is that emperor outside in the cold. So when this person got money, or when they hit big or something like that, they would literally treat them like crap. They would literally treat them like they weren't worthy or whatever, or nothing, no bills was being paid. All right, and then when they ran out of money, because they're going to get their hair done, they doing, oh, this is irresponsible. An emperor is not going to tolerate that. You dealing with an emperor here. All right, that literally had to be in a Knight of Coins for a little while to see this is not who they are. They're all boys. All right, so now they hit rock bottom. All right, the wheel has turned. What goes around comes around, and now somebody has a chance to be who they really are. An emperor, Aries energy. All right, remember what I said. Scorpio and Aries shares Mars. All right, so the emperor, the Fool card, the Ace of Coins, the Eight of Wands, and then the Ten of Cups. Look how beautiful. This is somebody that's also about to get a new job, y'all. That's going to put them on high. That's going to even teach them more about the business, y'all. All right? This is going to be your Ten of Pentacles. Your family is going to be built from friends and people that they work with, your friends and people that you work with. All right? This is a new beginning. This is beautiful. Okay, and this is how that karmic gonna be. When they hear the news, they hear the news. That phone call changes everything. The Ten of Wands is done. They gotta work it out and build on their own now. So I love you guys, and I'm out.